So there is no video for this because I fucked that up. I like put it at like I guess 12 FPS or some shit. I don't know how I achieved that. So there's no like video. I think I'll just edit like subtitles or some bullshit in. I might actually continue doing that. Anyone who fucking watches this, I might actually continue doing that. Maybe I'll post it on like Spotify and like Apple Spot like podcasts or whatever. I am running on I'm running on 8 hours of sleep in this video, but you ever like sleep for 8 hours, bro? And you wake up in like the middle of a fucking sleep cycle? That's me in this video right now. I'm cranky. I get my thoughts out pretty good. You know when you're tired and you have like really good thoughts? That's me right now in this video. Not right now. I took a nap and I went to the gym, so I feel decent. But yeah, it's kind of all over the place, but I generally got my thoughts out, I think, pretty well. But yeah, just no video to anyone who watches this or in the future if for some reason I get huge or whatever. But yeah, there's no video. There's just me talking, which I might keep that going with like subtitles and clips or whatever. And because I'm too lazy to like edit through all, like I'm not going to record my whole entire, that also makes it like miserable recording like an entire game. I'm not going to like try to clip everything. Might add like what I play on Call of Duty or whatever Warzone, Apex, whatever the fuck I'm playing right now, Valorant, put some clips in. I'll just be talking about it. I'll mute the game, whatever. Generally, that's how this video is right now. I am sorry. Hope most people enjoyed the video. If anyone watches this, and yeah, man, I can't even talk right now. If you want to see more like of me in general, twitch.tv/dinosaur on Pluto, and I'll probably update my channel later with like Spotify or Apple Podcasts, Google, whatever the fuck I end up doing with this. I don't know how I'm doing this. I think I'm just gonna talk. Maybe forget the video bullshit. We'll see. Thank you. So we'll start off with performance optimization and polish because that's obviously what should get a game running. So we'll start off with that. I didn't run into a lot of bugs. I actually didn't run into a lot. I'm surprised. I was reading up on it obviously after the game came out, and apparently a few people ran into issues, and I didn't run into any. I didn't have a single crash. I had a frame dip here or there, and it fixed itself usually like within a minute or two. So I had no crashes, no frame drops, nothing game breaking. It's getting an 8 out of 10 though, because there could be more PC options. The FOV is killer. Oh my god, I would rather like shoot myself with a shotgun through my fucking dick. There could be better sensitivity options too. I'm a pretty low sense player. I play a lot of like battle royales and shit, and I have low sense. And when I'm zoomed in with the sniper in this fucking game, I gotta drag my whole fucking hand across the thing. It like move it 5 fucking miles just to turn an inch. So yeah, there could just be more options. Actually, I think I'm gonna change this to a 7. Hey, you getting a 7 now, bitch. That's getting a 7. FOV, like I said, is a huge nuisance to the fucking gameplay. I'm gonna go into that in gameplay because I know why they did it. I don't think they did it to be lazy. Maybe they did. But I feel like they're doing that to really give you a sense of fucking horror so you can't fucking see around you. Like, it's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. And they tried to do that with Resident Evil 7 too. It's like, but you could only see like halfway. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. Gameplay gets a 6. If you like Resident Evil 7, you like Resident Evil 8. It's just more actiony. And it has more, I guess, more like redundancy. Redundancy is the right word, right? Let's just make sure I'm not fucking stupid. No, redundancy is not the right word. I don't know what the fuck the right word is, but you do a lot of the same shit over and over. I guess that's just insanity, according to Far Cry 3. Put the insanity in emotion. There's fucking crafting in this game. I'm done with crafting, bro. I'm done. Every fucking game needs crafting for some reason. Fuck your crafting. Like, in all reality, fuck your crafting. And especially in this game, it's just not needed. It's not needed. Find ammo. You craft ammo. You can buy ammo. Sure, the ammo you buy is very limited. There's only like 5 shotgun shells, 5 sniper shots, 15 pistol. But that's all I need to clear an area. Like I said, you buy, find, and craft ammo and medkits. No. I just feel like I said, it's just not needed. It's not. Crafting was not needed. And the same goes for fucking weapon upgrades, right? You could, all right, let's put it this way. You buy an extended mag for your pistol. Right? Fucking extended mags. You could also upgrade your pistol without extending the mag. Give it more firepower with a red dot sight. Just make it where you just upgrade your gun. Make it simple. Like, don't make it where, oh, I also find parts and I upgrade. I think you should have just stuck with the parts. Like, I had to find parts to upgrade my gun. That makes sense. I found a butt stock, less recoil. Oh, I found a red dot sight. More stopping power. Because it makes me more accurate. Some shit like that. It just adds, like, so much unnecessary bullshit. And not to mention, upgrading your guns is so, like, useless. You could bust through this game without upgrading your guns. No point. It's stupid. Also, you find food. You kill a pig. You kill some birds. You kill cows. Or not cows. There's just so much collecting, right? There's so much collecting. Like, even the collecting's not an issue. You got a big old inventory. But holy nuts. I feel like I'm playing fucking Fortnite and I kill someone and fucking there's shit all over the place, bro. Or fucking Warzone and fucking shitloads of shit just everywhere. Collect. And I feel like the IRS coming after me for owing them $5. And then my biggest gripe undoubtedly is the FOV. It makes gameplay just a slog. It makes it feel like you're running slow. Like, sure, just because you widen your FOV and it looks like you're running faster, you're not actually running faster. But holy shit, dude. When you're on a ladder, all you can see is your hands on the ladder. Bro, when I'm on a ladder, bro, I thought fucking see everything, dude. I could see everything. I could absolutely see everything. But on the ladder here, fucking annoying, dude. But like, yeah, I feel like I'm looking through a toilet paper roll. I can see you. Fucking annoying. The shooting mechanics and blocking mechanics are fine. Like I said, if you like Resident Evil 7, you'll like this one. Probably its saving grace is like I actually like how Resident Evil fucking plays. You know, it rewards a headshot. Another positive is enemy variety is way better than Resident Evil 7, obviously. I think they addressed that complaint pretty well. It's not way better, but it's better. I said way better. It's not way better. It has lichens, bigger lichens, a bigger lichen. No, it's like a werewolf, a warwolf, or whatever. Weird zombies with swords, also normal zombies. Yeah, I guess full-fledged werewolves. You got the daughters of Dimitrescu. You got the weird flying bats, flying bats. And you also got that demented baby, but you don't really fight it, so I'm not counting that. Yeah, I guess there wasn't as much as I thought, but there is more. And since all the enemies are like actually like, oh, you also got the giant like hammer sword wielding guy. But since all the enemies actually like play different, like they actually are all different. Never mind, I don't tackle them any differently. I still blow them to pieces with as much ammo as I just fucking collected. But they all have different movesets and shit. Keeps you on your toes a little bit. Another thing about the game, one thing I do want to address about the gameplay is once you beat this game once, even when you do the Madhouse difficulty or whatever the fuck it's called, Village of Shadows difficulty, which is similar to the Madhouse difficulty in Resident Evil 7, and they're switching up the like enemies and shit and the items. I don't remember Resident Evil 7 just switched up the items, but same thing here. They're switching up shit. What kills me is when you do a second playthrough of this game, you got two areas that are basically non-playthrough. Like, you should just cut them out. The demented baby bullshit, Donna and Angie, it's just a house, and once you know what to do, you know what to do. It's like a waste of 30 minutes of your life. The first time you go through it, it's absolutely scary. Yeah, but it's like, even when you go into the room, a dude, like, I'm surprised people said, I didn't know what to do. Hide under the bed or hide in the closet at the end of the room where there's no escape if he goes into the closet. I was reading some comments saying they didn't know what to fucking do. Bro, You hide under the bed so you can run out when it goes past the bed. I don't understand. I don't fucking stand how people actually said comments like that. Oh my god, and I didn't know what to do at the end of the room. Hide in the closet, hide under the bed. You got two options, bitch. The closet's a dead end at the end of the room and there's no way out, right? No way. Zero way. If that thing goes even halfway into the room, you can't run past it. You're fucked. If you go under the bed that's in the middle of the room and it goes around, you just run out the bed this way, bro. No. Even your first playthrough of that, it's just like an experience. It's like I'm at Universal Studios on a fucking ride. It's awful. I didn't think that mission was absolutely as scary. The baby's fucking terrifying. I'll give credit where credit's due. The baby itself is terrifying. Like fucking, that's absolutely terrifying. But everything else about that mission is just like, bro, it literally introduced you by taking away your guns. Ooh, I don't know what's gonna happen. Oh my god, it's gonna be like a little scary part. A scary part. I don't have my guns to defend my scary. Nah. And then when you do that 2 more times for like the achievements or whatever the fuck, it's not even scary the second time you go in that bitch. At that point, it's a nuisance. And the same goes with Fishman. I forgot his fucking name. Salvatore Moro. Non-gameplay again. You go hopping around while he's like hopping in the lake and shit trying to eat you. And you're just like running. Like, I feel like I'm playing Crash Bandicoot. I gotta run at the right time. 2 bosses are essentially non-gameplay. And you got 2 bosses that are Lady Dimitrescu and Heisenberg. And see, I remembered them because I actually fucking gave a little bit of shit about the area. You got the factory where you fight monsters, you're doing your shit, you're collecting collectibles, ammo, you're doing the Resident Evil. Kind of. Those areas also just have they're super linear. It's not like old Resident Evil. Actually, I'll give more credit to the factory because the factory you could like go back and like collect shit. The Lady Dimitrescu like castle though is like, it's so linear. There's only one way to go in that bitch. So I think the factory area, contrary to popular opinion of what I'm reading, the factory area doesn't fit the setting as much of the village and shit. But I think that's the most Resident Evil-like boss area, right? It's like I'm collecting the 4 souls from Dark Souls. That area is the best. Then it's the castle. Then you got the 2 non-fucking bosses. You got the main village area, like your hub world. That's also probably the best area since there's that. I actually explored that village on the first play, and I was like touched. I was fucking touched, man. I want more of that. But we don't get more of that. We get a village. Like, that's it. I was actually exploring. I was reading all the notes. Like, it was nice. It was fucking nice. Because once you go back to, like, you come back to the village from Lady Dimitrescu, you have to go to the red chimney house. But then, like, when you start collecting more stuff, you could, like, go to extra houses, like the gardener's house. And after Moreau, the fish guy, go to another house. That village area is really nicely, like, designed. And then there's, like, a little back area that you were in the beginning with. There's, like, the werewolf, whatever the fuck he's called. I forgot the achievement. And you could kill him and you get, like, $20,000 or $200,000. Yeah, the village area was really nice. And when I get in a atmosphere and setting, it's because of that village area. It saved its ass. I don't know if I have much. The boss fights are boring for gameplay. It's generic Resident Evil boss fights. You kind of run around in a circle. Lady Dimitrescu, you run around in a circle. Get to the top. You like have like, it's like 2D at that point. You go left or right. The doll boss, non-gameplay. Salvatore Moreau, same thing. You get to the, actually his boss area is actually at least a little bigger. It has like more like hide under shit. He has like an area of effect, like rain acid thing. He's probably the best boss now that I'm thinking about it. But he has so much ammo in his area that like I killed him so fast. I was like, wow, he died. Like, I just put 500 shotgun shells on him and he died. And then you got Heisenberg, and he's like a little gimmick tank boss, and then he's running at you when you're out of the tank, and and you go back in the tank and you shoot him. And then you got the last boss, and well, lo and behold, it's a circle, a room with a giant circle. No, a giant circle. You could tell they didn't really plan it too, because when she has like this like fireball thing from the sky, whatever she fucking makes it, they make you cover so you could actually defend yourself. She brings up cover. She's like, ooh, here's some cover. Just I don't want to hurt you that bad. They did not design that room well at all. One thing I do want to go into, though, for gameplay is, for the love of God, I'm so happy that whoever grew a brain for this game, when you play as Chris Redfield, bro, that motherfucker is kitted. He has like 300 bullets in his AK, right? In his AK. He brought an AK. He didn't bring a fucking pistol. He brought a fucking AK, bro. Silenced with a flashlight, too. Or a laser sight. Let a banana mag. And then you got his pistol, bro. It's like silence as a stock. And it's like fucking like 20 rounds in that bitch. 5 grenades. 5 flashbangs. Like 2 heals, syringes. Motherfucker came out kitted. Unlike the other games where they walk in, where they've been dealing with this biohazard threat for a while. And they come in with a pistol and no extra ammo. I'm really happy that they did that. I'm really happy they did that. Very quick, before I end the gameplay session, the puzzles in here are non-existent as well. That's all I'm gonna say. They're non-existent. There's a piano puzzle, bro, and it tells you the answers. It tells you the answers as you go along. Fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The puzzles are non-puzzles. Oh, hold on. Gameplay gets a 6 out of 10. All right, next is story and character. Let's see. I'm going to go on another rant. They explain Ethan Winter's insane superhuman abilities. And I'm not going to, like, this isn't a spoiler review. They explain it. I'm letting you know that. But when it comes to characters themselves, in all honesty, none really stood out to me. Not even Ethan. Like, no shit, the dude's going after his daughter. Like, ooh. I didn't cry for the ending. I didn't really care for him. He seems kind of like an idiot sometimes. He also seems like a badass sometimes. It's really off-putting. In all reality, the story is just the dad trying to get his daughter back. And he's the protagonist. And the lore of the 4 lords is so uninteresting. Holy shit. I didn't care for them. Even Lady Demetress, Maru, fucking Angie and whatever, and Heisenberg, I didn't really care for them. You were reading their lore, I wasn't like, they were just objectives. Like, at that point, to me, they were just objectives, which is also why I like Ethan, because he treated them as objectives to get to his daughter. So never mind. Thank you, Ethan, for being a protagonist that doesn't give a shit. I appreciate that. I absolutely appreciate that. Heisenberg felt kind of weird. I just said that. Heisenberg, Lady Demetress, all of them, they didn't really hit right for me. No, you want to know who has the most, like, character development? It's Chris Redfield. Like I said, he came in fully kitted. He learned. He even comes in with a fucking target designator for missiles, bro. He's like, genius. Thank you. It just fucking makes sense for his story. Like, he's just done with this shit. And Resident Evil 7 had that for their DLC too. Let me say that very quick. But it's just like, thank the Lord. Like, mother of God. Because if they make like a Leon Kennedy game next, then he comes in with a fucking pistol and like 10 bullets, I'm a freak. After like 7 games, 20 movies, an anime. One thing I will say though is the lore of Resident Evil, like of itself, is really important in this game. They actually explain something at the end, which is cool. I'm not gonna spoil. You wanna fuck it, spoilers. They explain the like logo of the umbrella and how the original founder was there talking to Mother Miranda. Like, it's makes sense. Like, it actually does. The mold's been there for a little bit because it's mold. But the lore pieces of that at the end, I guess, were cool. They were cool as fuck. So story and characters gets a 7. I don't know why, man. I just went ham on that, and I gave it a 7. Gets a 6. I don't know why I gave it a 7. I think I was supposed to give that a 6. Huh. Well, I think I was supposed to give that a 7. I think I had a typo there. I think I was supposed to either give that a 6 or a 5. Oh, you want to know what I actually did like Ethan Winters, like I just said? He didn't give a fuck. And Chris Redfield. So I think a 6 is decent. Soundtrack gets an 8. There's not like a lot of soundtrack in this game, but everything that's in it fits. But it's not like I'm going to be blasting this in my fucking car, so it gets a 7. I said an 8. Soundtrack gets a 7. Fits the game. It's not like I'm going to be blasting it in my car, but fitting the game is like the bare minimum. And thank you for fitting the game. Audio. I actually had issues with audio. There were definitely some audio issues I picked up. At the ending, a certain character sounds like she's in a recording booth. That kind of threw me off. Audio footsteps also sound a lot closer than they appear. Like, there's like a few times when you're running into like the actual like werewolves, and they're like behind a house, like all the way fucking over there, bro. And they sound like they're right outside your fucking door. And it sounds so much more incredibly close, but I think that's on purpose. And I don't like it. Because it is a horror game, and audio is a big factor. They're trying to make it scarier, making his footsteps sound louder. Doesn't work. But yeah, that's why it gets a 6. There were definitely some voice recording that sounded off, and the audio footsteps were just bleh. Fidelity and art style gets a 6. Actually, I'm going to bump that up to a 7. I don't know why I gave that a 6. Fidelity and art style gets a 7. I feel like it looks... I don't know if the Resident Evil 2 remake and the Resident Evil 3 remake look better. I don't know if that's the right word, is better. The whole location of this looks good, and it's cool. It warrants some credit. I don't really have much else to say about that. It looks good. It's a 7. Not like super insane, but it's good. Atmosphere and setting. This is where Village has like different atmospheres, but it works. So one, you're in a Resident Evil world, and for some, that's always a treat to play. Like, it's a treat. So I'm already happy that I'm already in this world, even though I wouldn't want to be in it in real life. The village itself is really nice. Like, there's like a certain atmosphere about it. It's like almost dead. There's some enemies, but it's like almost dead. Like, it's... Lady Dimitrescu's castle was nice. The house was creepy. Fish place was a fish place, and Heisenberg had his own little factory. The factory is definitely the most off-putting out of all the atmospheres. Yeah, I think it gets an 8. Like I said, a few are off, like the factory. The village is nice, and Resident Evil is always a treat to play. Even Resident Evil 6 atmosphere was like a treat. The giant, fucking big old city and everything just going to shit. Originality / importance. This is standard Resident Evil. You like Resident Evil, you'll like this game. For the most part. I'm noticing some people online now are starting to like really argue about it. When the game first came out, this game had a lot of positivity. I played it and I was like, I must be insane because I don't think it's that great. I must be fucking stupid because oh boy. But since there's no other games like Resident Evil currently that do Resident Evil as good as Resident Evil, it still gets a 5. And games that do copy it, like Daymare, usually fail. I don't think Daymare is a complete failure. But man, if you think enemy variety in Resident Evil 7 is bad, go play Daymare. I think Resident Evil 7 kind of was more important, which made Resident Evil 8 gameplay-wise and everything. They went to first person, and story-wise. So it's not that important to Resident Evil. It's not that important to survival action horror. And it's Resident Evil, so it's not the most original thing, but it still gets a 5, like I said, because it's Resident Evil. There's nothing else like it. Personal enjoyment. I'm giving this a 7. Personal enjoyment gets a 7. I thoroughly enjoyed the game. I enjoyed it, but I didn't think it was like... I just have some gripes overall. And but it was a satisfying experience, and I'm not the most hardcore Resident Evil lover. I think that's my brother. My brother really loves Resident Evil. I'm not like the biggest Resident Evil fan. I love it. But if I were to like rank the games, it's still going to be the original Resident Evil 2. Nostalgia. Powerful. Probably go to Resident Evil 3 actually. Maybe. Just because when I played Dino Crisis, which I enjoy a lot more. Dino Crisis 1 and 2. 2 is the best game of all time. I think I would go Resident Evil 2. Nah, I probably won't put Resident Evil 3 that high. It's still bad. I even think the PS1's bad. The remake's bad. The PS1 game's bad too. Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 4. That's because 4 was long, and as a kid, that was like the best because it was long. Like, I didn't know when it was gonna fucking end. Thank goodness. Like, it was long. It probably isn't as long as I remember it, but I remember that game being fucking long, and that matters a lot when you're a kid. 4, probably Resident Evil Remake, GameCube, or whichever, however you played it. Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 7, and then I think I'll feel comfy putting this next. Resident Evil 8, right after 7. Oh, man. I would have to think about all the Resident Evils. That's just like a quick, like what I thought of. But it gets a 7. I still enjoyed it. It's just not the best. It's just good. It's good. Value. I'm also giving this a 7. I played hardcore on first playthrough, and the first like 30 minutes of this game made me mad on stream because I just kept dying. I didn't know what to do when all the Lycans are attacking you. And then it just became so fucking easy later. Like, I just don't like. It took 8 hours to beat, and during those 8 hours, I did every side quest. I said side quest here, but I meant more like side, like mission lore pieces, like the Colt 1911 puzzle, the red chimney, all the houses. Like, I meant more like that, I guess. I don't really think they should be called side quests. That's just a quick correction. Did most of the collectible stuff. I just had to do like a quick like run through and grab everything else. But I am going, so like 8 hours for all that, and then like the rest is like more playthroughs and mercenaries, the shop, and different difficulties. Well, mainly only one is different, Village of Shadows. The rest are just like progressive hard. And Village of Shadows actually mixes up enemies and shit. So I am giving extra points for that. Yeah, mercenary, more different difficulties and lore pieces. Yeah, I think a 7 is about right. I think total, I didn't do my quick 3-hour playthrough with just the knife and less healing items. And I didn't do all the mercenary modes, but I think, yeah, that's about right. I think I have 20 hours total. And 20 hours is good. I think 20 hours is a nice sweet spot for a lot of people. But a lot of people are only going to be playing it once, and it's 8 hours, and that's still good. That's a whole day. A whole day to experience Resident Evil. It gets a 66 out of 100. Let me make sure I added that right. So it gets a 66 out of 100, a 6.6 out of 10, or a 3.3 out of 5, or a 3.3 stars. I mean, if you look at 3.3 stars, right, it actually looks pretty good. But then if you were to add it, double it or triple it, it looks bad. Or a D. I think that's about right. I think I would give this game a D. Yeah, D. Fat fucking D. And that's it. I don't, whatever your opinion is, don't let my opinion, fuck that generic shit, bro. Listen to my opinion. Fuck your opinion. I don't give a flying fuck about your opinion.